What's going on, everybody? This is Al from PlaybookGamer.com, and today I want to talk about the Josh Heupel offense. Now, as a Tennessee fan, I'm super excited to have him as our head coach, and I love what he does schematically. And I thought it'd be a good idea to pick this project as my first attempt of breaking down film for the channel, because this is near and dear to my heart. So instead of just cherry picking plays from various games, I thought it'd be a good idea to pick a single drive that does a good job of covering the basics of the offense, both the good and the bad. That way we don't take things out of context and to better understand what Heupel likes to do play by play. Now, this is a way oversimplified view of the offense. There's a lot more to it than what you think, but at least you'll get a good big picture idea of what Heupel wants to accomplish on this side of the ball. So as you see here, I picked a drive from their first game last season against Georgia Tech. They're up a touchdown, they're in the fourth quarter, and they're on their own 25. Now, the first thing you will notice is the two outside receivers, how close they are to the sideline. They're practically hugging the sideline. And this is going to be a common thing you'll see in practically every formation of theirs. This came from the Art Briles offense. I mean, this is pretty much the same scheme, but Heupel done some tweaks here and there. The biggest reason why they do that is they really want to force the defense to play man-to-man a lot. And this also simplifies the reads for the quarterback by spreading everybody out as much as they can. Now, they don't always go four wide. Sometimes they'll put in a couple tight ends in there or a fullback. It just depends on the situation. But here you'll see them in a 2x2 wide receiver set. Now, the first thing the quarterback likes to do is read the safeties. As you can see here, they got one high safety showing. What that means is the quarterback will likely throw to the outside. If you look outside of the hash marks, it is very pass heavy. He likes to throw to the outside in various ways. So since there is a one high safety, that's what he's going to do here. Now, since that safety is closer to this side of the field as opposed to the north side that we'll treat by the screen as the north side, he's going to throw up top to the slot receiver. Now, you notice that slot receiver and his defender, there's like a solid 10-yard difference there. And he likes that much matchups. That's what he's going to do. So that receiver is going to do a little out route, while his receiver buddy on the outside hugging the sideline is going to do a go route to clear out that space. So as we see here, he's going to snap the ball. Just an easy little out route. And the wide receiver ends up picking up a really good gain here. So after a good gain, another big thing that Heupel likes to do offensively is use tempo. Whenever they get positive gains on downs, they like to use that tempo to take advantage of things. That's what they're going to do here. Now, as you can see, there's 34 seconds on the play clock. They're already ready to snap the ball. Because of this, a lot of times the defense will stay in the same formation because they don't have time to really call anything else. So if you notice, the offense is still in the same formation, but so is the defense. They got a one high safety. He's more closer to the center of the field this time. And they got everybody covering the receivers. But since they got that one high safety, they still want to go to the perimeter. Now, he's got a lot of options here, but apparently they really like that matchup up top with that slot receiver. You notice the distance, again, between him and his defender. It's like a solid 10 yards. So that's who he's going to go to. Now, what they're going to do here is they're going to throw deep on a fade route, while the outside receiver is going to run a little 8 to 10 yard hitch. This is still going to clear that slot receiver with a one-on-one situation on the sideline. Again, one high safety, let's throw to the perimeter in some form or fashion. They're going to snap the ball and just a simple fade route. Now, he overthrows it here, but that's okay. They like that matchup, so they're going to go at it again. Now, we'll stop right here, and it's 2nd and 10. They're feeling good. Even though they had a bad throw, what are they going to do? They're going to read the safeties. I still see a one high safety on the far left, dead center, which means they're going to throw to the outside in some form or fashion. Plus, they already got 6 guys in the box. So it's a definite passing situation. It just depends on who he wants to throw to. Well, as we've already seen, they're really loving that slot receiver matchup. So what do they decide to do? They're going to go back to the exact same play again. So they're going to snap the ball, and they're going to go to another fade route. Let him go over the top. This time, it's a great throw. Right in stride. Now, that is the other part of the offense. Throwing deep. That's what most people see when they watch Art Briles' team play. It's going to be the same with Josh Heupel. A lot of deep balls, but there's a lot more to the offense than that. And just a great play here. The momentum is in their favor. So what are they going to do? Up tempo. They're going to keep going, They're going to run up to the line. That he's already got his play call from the sideline, and they're fixing to snap the ball here, and we'll stop it right here. So what do we see here? We see another one high safety, 6 guys in the box, but again, a one high safety means they're probably going to throw to the outside to somebody. Now, they're really loving that right side of the field, but this time you'll notice the outside receiver has a bit more breathing room this time, a solid 5 yards from his defender. This time what they decide to do is do a little hitch route, practically a screen in a sense, because you notice that slot receiver will go in for a block. So they're going to snap the ball, going to fake that RPO. It's going to pretend to be an RPO. And the reason why I'm showing you this is because you notice they got a flag. This is one of the downsides of the offense. They get a lot of false starts, and I mean a ton. They, I think, are 5th or 6th in the country in most penalties. They just a highly penalized team. That doesn't bother Heupel too much. I'm sure he'd like to lower it. But either way, he's in the groove. They're loving it. They're getting right down the field pretty easily, and they're right back at it, ready to go at it again with another play. This time, they're looking at the safeties, and what do you see? 2 high safeties. Initially, you see 2 right there. This time, they got 5 guys in the box. So if you count the box on the offensive side, you got 5 offensive linemen plus your quarterback and running back. That's 7. And the defense only has 5 in the box. That's fine. That is a big matchup nightmare for the defense. The offense wants to take advantage of that. So at this point, he's going to wait. Because they had a false start, this is another good point. Because they had a false start, they don't really have to snap it. The defense can't substitute anybody right now anyway, so they can take their time and decide what they want to do. They noticed the too high look. The sideline did, one of the coaches, I'm sure, and that's what he's telling the quarterback. Just hand this thing off. You notice that safety creeped up a little bit, but they're not worried about him. They're going to go right to him, do a basic inside zone handoff, and it's off to the races. That is what the run game is all about. Running up the gut, taking advantage of the numbers down the middle in the box. And again, hurry up. You stop right here. Look at the defense. They have no clue what to do. Everybody is running for their life. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, at least 7 guys are not even set. And look at the offense. They're already ready to go. They could literally snap it right there if they wanted to. We're going to go ahead, and what are they going to do? They're just going to hand it off to the running back. That's like the easiest thing to do. When the defense isn't set in the box, just hand the ball off. They got a great gain, so what does that mean? More up-tempo. The defense is still disheveled. They're not completely set. What does that mean? Hey, let's just hand the ball off again for an easy touchdown. And that is it for the Josh Heupel offense. Just to sum things up, you're going to see a lot of extreme spread sets. Mainly the 2 outside receivers practically hugging the sideline. The other skill guys, they can be at other spots depending on just what Heupel wants to do and the personnel that he has. But forcing that defense to spread out and go man most of the time will make a big difference. It just simplifies everything for everybody. You're also going to see controlled tempo. Most of that will be up-tempo, but you'll also see them slow it down if needed depending on the previous play and current situation. You're also going to see a lot of quick drives. I think that previous drive was less than 3 minutes long. That's a good thing and a bad thing. If you're scoring points, then that's fine. But quick drives usually lead to the defense being out on the field quite a bit as well. There's a lot of things that kind of go into that. But I know some Tennessee fans are a little worried about that side of things with the offense. I'm not overly worried about that. If you're scoring points, then that just alleviates a lot of pressure off the defense anyways. Perimeter passing. It's all to the outside of the hash marks with deep shots over the top, quicks underneath like screens, hitches, and out routes and the like. You're also going to see running up the gut in between the hashes. Now, what you saw in that drive was mostly inside zone. They do other things as well, counter, power, just depending on what they're going up against that particular week. Now, this is a balanced offense. Most people pay attention to the passing game, but they actually ran the ball more than they threw it last year. Unfortunately, you're going to see a lot of excess false starts. It is what it is. Hopefully he can clean that up once the season starts. This is probably going to drive me nuts as a Tennessee fan, but I guess that just comes with the territory when you run an up-tempo type of offense. But more importantly, they're going to score lots of points. Everywhere he's been, whether he was the OC at Oklahoma, Missouri, or the head coach at UCF, he does a really good job with his quarterbacks. They put up a lot of points, and that's something we haven't seen in Tennessee in many, many years. So I'm really looking forward to that. Now, last but not least, you got to remember this is a way oversimplified view of the scheme. There's a lot more to it. I didn't even show you how lazy some receivers get. The previous pass plays that you just saw, the other two receivers on the other side don't really do much of anything. Like when the ball is snapped, the wide receivers know who the ball is going to go to. And if the opposite side is not going to get the ball, sometimes they just stand there. That's just another part of that whole system. There's other things, like I mentioned, the run game and such. But at least you get a rough idea, a big picture overview of what this offense is all about. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy that, and I'll talk to you later.